Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button as I was trying to make a phone call go away. I get technology, but I'm not always the best. But we've been talking about, money making methods. And so I just spent 3 minutes on pricing and charging what you're worth. So if you missed that, go listen to the other video. But I was starting on really talking about selling on value and charging for the value. But as part of that, you have to be able to really communicate the value. We think that people will just get it, right? And the honest truth is that we as humans are not always observant. We don't always cherish and give gratitude for what we're doing in the moment because we're so busy and we're so moving on and doing things. So it's really important that you as the business owner, if you are charging on value, which you should be, especially as a service-based entrepreneur, small business, when you're charging on value, you have to communicate it and almost get your client to validate it. So let me give you an example of how to do that. One is you do list out your benefits as you see them, but then you ask your clients, hey, what was the most valuable thing to you today? Like out of everything that we did, what was the best thing? And start documenting those things because you're going to be able to communicate it back to potential clients. But also by saying this, you get your clients to really tune into what happens. So let me tell you why I did this. All right. So very early on in my business, I was doing a beta client. And I was working with the beta client and I saw the results, but I wasn't doing a good job of asking her what she saw the value is. I wasn't doing a good job of really tracking. I just assumed that she would know. Well, we're having the conversation and we're at the end of our little time together. And I was like, so tell me, like through the whole time, how did you think it goes? How did it go for you? And she's like, well, Leslie, I really enjoyed talking with you, but I'm not sure what value you provided. 3 months. And it really, I was like, what? Because that's what you do, right? You pour all into your clients and you're like, when they can't see it, you're like, what? And so kudos to me for keeping my emotions in check because they were screaming in the background. I started saying, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? I had enough memory of what we had done that I was like, well, talk about this because we had this conversation here, then this happened. We had a conversation here. We talked about this. You did this. This happened, going back. And it really, once we did it, she was surprised. She was like, oh, I hadn't put all that together. I hadn't understood what I was doing. Okay, what was happening. So it's your job as the client, as the owner, the business owner, to talk with your clients, to ask the questions. What was the most valuable thing? What do you think really impacted your ability to do that? And asking these questions so that the reality sets in. All right, so that's kind of in that benefit mode of really having benefit selling, which I love, and also just benefit appreciation to help our clients understand the good work that we are doing. Okay, so don't assume that they know, don't assume that they remember, because they won't. Just like you might not remember for somebody else. It has nothing to do with it being a good client or a bad client. It has everything to do with the fact that we're human and we have a lot going on. All right, which is why I'm coaching from the carpool. Just saying. All right, so a couple more things before we wrap up. So consultative selling, that's it in a nutshell. Benefits come into this and how do you consultative sell. And that's really, there's so many methods out there right now and everybody's selling their own voodoo, but it all comes down to spin selling, which is a book in the 1980s that really talks about asking questions and not assuming that you know the problem in a business or in your client's world, and asking the right kind of questions so that you can share the benefit that most aligns with their needs. If that makes sense, right? So you're asking questions to understand them so that you can communicate which benefit actually suits them best. And I like this because oftentimes in sales and in marketing, people like to list everything out, like blah, 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 right? Long list. The thing about a long list is we get bored. We're not readers anymore. We're scanners, right? And if we don't see in that first first three things, then we move on. Well, when you're selling, okay, and if you're not using consultative sales to sell, if you don't say the right benefit at the right time, that client is moving on. I think our society is training us as looking for a reason to say no to a sale. And so you really have to clue into the right benefit so that you're saying what the client needs to hear. So I'm going to wave hi to Ashley because hi, she's right in front of me. It's so fun. All right, so consultative sales, right? Next one is really about desire, creating desire. Look, we can buy everything, we can buy nothing. And I think the older we get, the more expert buyers we get. We're not always into a buying mode. And sometimes you just have to remind people of why they're doing what they're doing. All right, that why they want this, why they asked for it in the first place. Because again, remember that human being that has a horrible memory that can't remember the value that you provide? Same thing here. They'll forget why they want something, and you have to help create that desire. Next one is irresistible offers, is make it easy to sell. You know, I like designing my clients' whole marketing and sales process to get to an easy yes, to where you're really answering a few questions. You're finding out if they're a great client for you, if you would like to do the work, and then if it's a good fit, it's a yes, right? It's simple. And that's really what I think is irresistible offers, but also that benefit marketing. Oh, so huge. So always think of these things as far as really money-making methods, and be open to finding ways outside of your industry. I spoke with a business today. I'm going to go in a couple weeks, and we're going to do a little more discovery work. But the idea, the pop into my head just came, and it's a killer way that could grow to double their business. But it's so simple, right? And part of that is looking at how do I disrupt this industry? How do I do something a little different and really go with the flow that their clients are going to, not fight them? And so just innovation is key. I will leave you with that, because if you're not innovating, you're dying. I don't know how many people read Jim Collins. He's a business geek. I love his books. I can't help it. But Great by Choice was so key, and Good to Great was great too, but I really loved Great by Choice. And innovation is such a paramount theme. The minute you feel like you've arrived and you stop innovating is the moment that you start declining, and it's documentable. So look at innovative ways to make money in your business. And who cares what industry you're in, and who cares what your industry is doing? You might have some regulations, so abide by those, but otherwise have fun, play, and make some money out there. So that's it today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Sorry for the two-parter, but some days I'm better with technology than other. My name is Leslie Hassler. I'm with Your Biz Rules Business Coaching. If you need some help with your money-making methods, shoot me an email. Shoot me at support@yourbizrules.com. If I've got a tool I can send you, I definitely will. If we need to have a conversation, I'll do that too. So that's it for today, and have a profitable one. Thanks all.